I will be sharing the most important clean code principles that completely changed the way I write programs. These are not fancy rules, these are practical habits I actually use. So, the first principle I want to share with you people is avoid deep nesting. My brain is not a computer. Deeply nested if statements look powerful, but in reality, they overload the human brain. When I read nested code, I have to remember every previous condition just to understand the current line, and that's exhausting. So, what I do instead is invert conditions and fail early. Instead of writing if this and if that and if this too, I write if something is wrong, return immediately. This instantly flattens the code and makes it readable. Once a condition is passed, I don't need to think about it anymore. My brain stays focused on the main logic. Next thing, remove ambiguity with better naming. A function like check password sounds fine, but what does it really return? True means valid or invalid. It's uncertain. Now I name my function like is password long enough? The word is instantly tells me it returns a boolean. Even months later, I'll know exactly what true and false means without rechecking the logic. Same with constants. Instead of min password, I use min password length. Now the meaning is immediately clear. No guessing, no confusion. Next thing, don't overuse comments. Let the code explain itself. Earlier, I used to comment every single line, check if number is less than 2, loop starts here, return true. That actually made my code harder to read. Now my rule is simple. Don't code obvious code. Don't comment obvious code. Only comment complex logic. If something needs a paragraph long comment to explain how it works, that's a sign I should refactor the code, not add more comments. And another thing you have to do is be consistent with formatting. Inconsistent indentation, mixed codes, random spaces, all of this silently makes code ugly and harder to scan. Now I follow one rule. If two lines do the same kind of thing, they should look the same. Same indentation, same code style, same spacing, same use of const and let. Consistency alone can make average code look professional. And don't repeat yourself. If I see the same logic copied in three different places, I immediately extract it into one function. Why? Because when I want to change something later, I only change it once, not in five files. But I am also careful. I don't over abstract everything. Repeating logic is bad. Repeating simple lines is okay. So, next thing you can do is fail fast and early. That means if something is invalid, I don't let the function continue. I check for errors at the top and return immediately. This prevents unnecessary processing, complex optional chaining, hidden bugs. The rest of function then works with guaranteed valid data, which makes everything simpler. Next thing, the principle 7 is avoid magic numbers. Numbers like 1.1, 404, or 7 inside logic means nothing on their own. So instead of this price 1.1, I write price tax multiplier. Now, now any developer, including future me, immediately understands what's happening. And the next principle is avoid side effects and do one job per function. Earlier, I used to write functions that would calculate something, update a global variable, return a value, three jobs in one function. Confusing behavior. Now I prefer pure functions. They take input, they return output, they don't touch anything else. This makes testing, debugging, and reusing code much easier. And we are close to making the code really readable. Moving to the principle 9, readability over cleverness. Yes, I can write one line reduce functions with bitwise operations, but should I? Just because code is smart doesn't mean it's good. If someone has to decode your logic, that's bad code. I now choose filter plus map, clear conditions, simple logic. Even if it uses an extra loop, readability always wins over clever tricks. and don't optimize too early. I learned this the hard way. I once wrote a complex custom sorting algorithm for a tiny dataset just to feel advanced. It added bugs, extra code, and zero performance benefit. Now my rule is first make it work, then make it clean, then make it fast only if needed. Premature optimizations destroy maintainability, and the bonus rule for all of you: don't explain how in comments, fix the code instead. If your code needs a full paragraph explaining how it works, that's not documentation, that's a red flag. Refactor until the code itself tells the story. Use comments only to explain why, not how. And clean code isn't about writing less code, it's about writing code that your future self won't hate. Now, when I open my old projects, I can actually understand my own logic without stress, and that's the real goal of clean coding. If you are a beginner, focus on clarity first, speed and optimizations will come later.